Good evening, friends. Welcome to the Perpetual Soviet Simulator. Or something along those lines. This is quite some time that is passing here at a very quick rate as the days are flying past. And look at the demographics. Look at the stability. We always lose a couple of thousand in the winter time. But then, you know, when in the spring here and summer, I think we gain them back. 60, okay, maybe not so much. But yes, 68,000 we're back to here. We're seeing a rail bridge being constructed. That took like a year or more. Yes, it's 2017 apparently. What was it, 15 when we started here? It goes quite quickly. Meanwhile, things are being built out here and are starting to get to a point now that we have most of the things set up, you know, to actually start doing stuff. Yes, indeed, we do. And I mean, it's what are you going to say about this? There's so much stuff. There it is apparently. The 17th of August, you say? It's no. Sorry, pardon me. That's the thing I meant to click. Yes, indeed. There we are, 11th of November. This was this. Of 2018. No, 2018. We used to say that, you know, it wasn't until 2020 then that we realized that we obviously say 20 instead of 2000. But 2018 or 2018, both work, I think. But definitely 2001 and 5 and so on. Not 2005. No. Don't think there's any debate about that. So out here, I mean, for a long time ago, something was formulated about building a city or a little town up here on the mountaintop to watch over the nuclear waste. Which is starting to accumulate, I have to say. Although, very, very unfortunately here, one of these burned down. Yes, one of these burned down. So we very regrettably lost a little bit of you know, the nuclear waste in the process. Yes, large. And you know, the thing is now, this time we're not going to pay for this. We're going to build this. Yes, because look at this. We almost even have paved road all the way. There's only a little bit left here. Obviously there was had to be a very annoying bit right there. I don't think it matters, we can do that bit too. And we have a distribution office. You don't have anything to do, but I mean, we have a distribution office. We have an enormous cargo store, an enormous storage for all sorts of things that one could want. Everything. We don't have any way to bring it in, other than, well, of course, the magnificent road network, which isn't that bad, actually. Yes, long-term plan, a town on top of that hill there overlooking the nuclear waste. For now, though, yes, if we have a look at the demographics and delve a bit more into, okay, we're back up to 68,000. I thought I saw a bit of a stagnation earlier, that we weren't, you know, reaching the quite levels, that we weren't, you know, regrowing the losses of winter. quickly enough, and that the trend was negative, but no. And I figured then that would have been done down to something. Look at all this stuff that these roads and things. We have to take a moment and appreciate this, I think. I mean, where are we? Yes, if we look over there, there is the great rail viaduct that one day will lead into this place. Although it is taking forever for them to build this tunnel here. They have been working on it for... Yes, it is 14,000 workdays remaining. Yes, and you can bring 60 people at a time here. Fantastic. Now this is going to take forever. Yes, it's been going for the better part of 2 years, and yes, 2022 maybe. And I've been wondering, actually, since we're here, if there is some issue with your return trip or something, if it's something that makes this take a whole lot longer than it needs to, maybe. I don't know. But it could be. We were supposed to be appreciating the road network. Sorry. I also see now that the gradient on this here viaduct is a little bit steep for a train thing. Yes. But I bet the tunnel is just as steep once you get over the crest there, so it's all good. And there you stopped and had a think for some reason. Why would you? You're only going to go home. And that shouldn't, that's just up the road, so to speak, here, up the railroad. Yes, up the railroad. And you elected to go that way. Well, good for you. Yes, this really shouldn't... I don't know why this keeps taking so long, but I wonder, since we have a queuing space here, yes, if we were to assign like all the construction offices in the land that we have to this, if they wouldn't be, all queued up and ready to go, and so on. List of buildings. Yes, on map. A railroad construction office, a railroad transformer. Don't even have any of those. What? Okay, a trolley bus trough, of course, counts. Yes, it would. There it is. Molna was the one you already had. Beatus, no workers. Okay, you only have crap anyway. Oskarshamn. Well, you have 15 workers, not that many, but none of you have. You're already the one doing this. Culture capital. Go all the way from culture capital. Why not? We can try at least. Here and of course the good old Valkavysk, if they don't have a train construction train set. But Valkavysk would... we should maybe think about relocating a train set, for example, from... these are all the railroad construction offices then. Yes, 1, 2, 6, 7. Really? I don't know, but I can't bear having that window open any longer because it hurts. Yes. What do we have? Yes, culture capital. I think you're not, working on anything. So this. Yes. the railroad construction train of culture capital. You go here instead. Now there are many confused snowplows there. But yeah, they can be. They can be. It's what they can be. Maybe we should have a little look at them. See what's up. Yeah, we can. It's enough we do this. Yes, I mean, this started as a one-way road, and I tried explaining to them that you are a service vehicle, you are allowed to go against the traffic if you have to, but they wouldn't understand. So I made it a two-way road. They still don't understand. Yes, you know, that is because the entrance to the building is one way, and they maybe they may that. Okay, fine, sure. The entrance to the building is one way, and that is why they get stuck. Since 2 patches back, I think, vehicles do no longer enter buildings. I.e. snowplows do no longer enter buildings. But you know, so these can of course have been here for quite some time. But since they are interfering with traffic, because I know that these are long way. It's not going to be a problem, is it? Because if we lose workers on this, then that's not okay. Then well, yeah, you made it through eventually. Poor people on that bus. Would it happen to be the 23rd of November? Yes. Who are you? Don't know. But these are all the things. Here's a bus for some reason. Yes, this is the only one we don't need. Vaukausk we want to keep around here. Right. Now that all of you... No, this is not possible. I just, remembered. Because... whatchamacallit? You can only have one rail construction office thing assigned to one railroad at a time. Yes, what you can do, however, is have multiple vehicles in your rail construction office. So we can try that instead. We're going to have to make a slightly larger effort of getting people in here, though. Big deal. I mean, the question is, yes, it's little bit longer to travel, but that really doesn't matter. I think that what we'll do actually is we'll gather them at Molna instead. Because there we have like many people within walking distance of the rail construction office. Yes, lots of workers. This will be a very optimized solution, I would hope. We also have all the gravel we could need, and we have all the bricks we could need, all the things we could need. And it's not by coincidence. It's because this was sort of the point of Molna. From the start. Yes, you're working for Molna. Great. We already have one in here, and we have a few more on the way. There is one more here maybe we could use. Now it is full. Uh, 65 times 4, that's a lot. Wonder if we'll be able to keep it quite that staffed, maybe not, we'll see. But you have all the steel you could ever need, and all the bricks and all the things. This is going to be great. I hope at least they have. Let's see here. Let's do it. So they hello, you would come out of here. You do not have a signaling system here for some reason. Wonder if that is by design or by omission. Because you know, we'd want them to... What the hell is this? A little bit odd looking, but that's the way out. Yes, then it really should be a chain, shouldn't it? No, it shouldn't, because there's a chain up there, and yes, we want them to go through. We will remove this old legacy thing here now, if it will allow it. That is, and it might. I mean, that's enough to... Ugh. Let's be very careful here now. And there's still a bit there. That's not supposed to be there, you know. But I think... No, what did you... Yes, it's still fine. No, it is this bit. Okay. Yes. And this removal tool can be quite surgical if you needed to. Apparently. Yes, in here, chain signal, please. Now I know there's not a whole lot of space for them to queue, and they might eventually even end up. Why is this? I don't know why this is the way it is, but it is the way it is for some reason. Yes, we should get some assignments going here for you. So yes, that's what you were trying to do, and we immediately got as far as the we got as far as here until we spotted the problem. Yes. Now, could we have this? And it's highly irregular when the colors show up and not. Is it not? Yes, it is a bit. Anyhow, there they are. Maybe they were there all along, just too difficult to see in the current conditions. Right, this should be fine. Yes, you will go out here, then you will take a left. There comes another one. Here you'll go. Take a left, I would presume. Yes, it is a little bit of a waste, but the idea here then is that since we have so many of them, they will be in a queue, ready to go to work as soon as the one before it has finished. Here, there is plenty of queuing space. Yes, and no need to put anything else on here at the moment. This is what we want you to do, Molna. How many TBD2 so far, but this one. 88 out of 195. 3. And Vavkavisk, have you gotten, you have not gotten your train set yet. Is there a truck somewhere here on a wintry road, maybe? Yes, we did build this fantastic. Now it's not the time to show it off though, because it has snowed in, and then we can see a limitation to the new fantastic road network, which would be that there really isn't not really well winter kept. And here for some reason they have prioritized the old gravel road rather than the new fantastic paved road, and that should not even be, no, that's not even, doesn't even have to exist. We can cut that off from the world here, about there. No. Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit interested to see here how this is going to work out now. You know, with this, I hope that we get a whole lot better speed to the constructions. It may not work at all. We shall see. The first train has not made it here yet. Oh, it will take a little bit of time. It is, after all. Here it is. The first one. Yes, please fix the sound. I know I always go on about, but it's so annoying that it doesn't get fixed, and that it has been like this forever. Yes. You know, my theory is that the sound design or sound coding thing was outsourced or was done by external personnel, or done by personnel who no longer is working for 3 Division. That's my theory, at least. Since the sound hasn't gotten a whole lot of love since since release, since initial public release of the game. Yes, I'm not calling it early access. We need to get away from that term, because it implies something that it isn't. Yes, and that's a whole lecture about why. If you don't already understand what the point is. But I suppose we don't have anything better to do here. No. Well, the thing then about early access is that you have something, it is playable, it is far from finished, of course. It is perhaps something niche, such as a Soviet simulator, for example. And you are, for example, yes, I want to be clear, I'm not speculating about 3 Division or anything like that. I'm talking about early access as a term in general, and why we should get away from it. Yes, and you have a bit of money in your pocket, and you can get something, a proof of concept, basically. Go. But then you're sort of out. You simply don't have the resources to get a finished, polished product out there. regrettably. That's how it can be. So what you do is then, well, it is playable now, or let's tape these things together so it's playable, and we call it early access, and we can sell it. Yes, we can get money to get more resources to further the development. And if enough people buy it, then we get enough funding to complete it eventually, one day. Yeah, that's it. Basically. So that's not... And I don't think because early access implies that, hey, you're getting access to this early whilst it's being developed. Yes, it wouldn't get developed without... My point, it would probably be this then. Yes, it wouldn't be continued to be developed. It wouldn't be developed unless it was for the fact that it was also released onto the unsuspecting world of players. But the upshot is that you can get, really obscure things, such as a Soviet simulator here, with a very unfortunate hump in the railroad, but it's impossible to do anything about that. Anyway, what we're hoping now is that there should be a second train in here, ready to go. No. Okay, it doesn't work like that. No. And then this is going to just delay them even further. I thought they did it like that. I'm pretty sure I've seen them do it. We may have caused an incident on the railroad. That is also completely... Why isn't the thing highlighting here? The blocks, you get spoiled quickly. This is how it used to be. I should do it with a bit of feeling here, simply. But there are definitely enough blocks in here for them to queue up a few construction trains if they would want to. But I guess it doesn't work like that then anymore. No, that's a fuel thing. Could it be traffic? Could it be... What are you? You're the planks train. You're simply just sending one at a time, aren't you? Anyway. Yes. And this is not really going to be of great benefit. Or any benefit whatsoever. Oh, you're stuck in here. You're not going anywhere. Okay, crap. Then it's just going to take longer for them to travel. Problem was that here we didn't really have... Oh, now we have a lot of workers here, apparently. Okay. Well, switch it back then. It didn't work. You tried it. It didn't work the way you were hoping. This is loaded, though. No, that's the one out working. Yes, this one will... Where did we end up now? Ansasino? How the hell did that happen? No. Yes, right about here. Get going over there, and we'll change this back. What are you doing here? Why aren't you plowing the paved road? And how did you even make it out here? That's something for next year, you know, to actually get the full potential year round out of all of these. That said though, we could definitely put in a few technical services, and out here, you know, where there is plenty of land available. And the day you feel comfortable doing this, you know, and must get picked up, yes, by plenty of people. But here we should have, yes, we have something there. We also need something sort of here. If one could do something a little bit silly here. I don't think it's going to let me do something that silly, unfortunately. But what we could do something like that. Yes, and then a technical services thing. There. Did you get picked up by anyone? Yes, you did. Although they might not be able to get workers out here now in the winter time and such, but what are you going to do? You don't have electricity. Didn't I build electricity here? Yes, but I think you'll find that the wire is not actually hooked up to the substation. Pretty close though. Yes, pretty close. And here it's all good. They have electricity. Yes, they do. Now, what? Since we don't have anything here quite yet, you know what? I was thinking, yes, we have that distribution office, but now I came to think that we should maybe have. This is supposed to be for the local, but in lieu of having rail connection, we're going to have to bring things in on by road. I mean, compared to when we did this originally in the 70s, it's going to be so easy and so quick. But still, it's still not in. It's not in here at all. That's why you're not finding it, and it's definitely not there. You want here distribution office. Yes. And bring in things such as, you know, construction materials and that sort of thing. Open hulls and dumpers, and then not dumpers. Dumpers we definitely don't need. But open hulls, a great amount of open hulls, and yeah, that should do it. I also wonder if we should keep these separate, as in having one to bring stuff out of the warehouse, and one to bring stuff in. It is probably prudent to do it that way. Well, that means that we can't use this. But we can get them working on other things. For example, bring in fuel. Until we have the railroad connection, we're going to need a bit of fuel. And I'm sorry, but you are going to have to travel all the way over here, I believe. Yes, but you have such excellent, you know. This is still, you know, the most reliable source of fuel there is, I think. Go there, load, fuel. And then there are plenty of places here that could benefit from this fuel, such as this one. But no, you were supposed to... now I'm thinking wrong here again. This was supposed to be used for local distribution. Yes, but as an example and to get things rolling, we'll do that. Get away. Unload. Yes, and 30% out of 13,500 tons I think is quite enough for a truck to handle. And there you could unload bitumen. Maybe? Which should be available pretty closer to this place, and probably somewhere a lot closer too, actually, come to think of it. But this way is you know, the way where we have pavement on you know, actual asphalt on the... God damn it! I wish there was a control Z to bring up the last closed window. Yes. That would be a great quality of life improvement, for at least for me. Perhaps it's not such a rare thing that you continuously close down windows which you would prefer to have kept open, but for me this is something that is quite significant part of and there you load bitumen. I say, did you send? Only have one. Now you have two. And you sent them. Great. Are these plowing like a whole... Okay, the plow speed on these are 11 kilometers per hour. Maybe I should have looked at that before building and deploying this many of them. This is terrible. It is what it is. 11 kilometers per hour. That's not even nowhere near what you do. Yes, in town you'd probably do it like that, but you know, out on the open road, you don't plow at 11 or like at least 40-50 something. Yes, come on, man. Yes, good choice, because you'll be able to drive quicker. Although you did crash straight into our first car, our BMW. Yes, and we have gathered here for the future expansion. Weren't you going on a trip? Yes, the future expansion, so we can terraform this and tame it into our will. Yes, it's just a little bit difficult to follow here now, but no worries at all. And we'll have maybe something like this. Yes, we shall start out here. And the next gear on the mouse there, I think we'll do just right. Yes. Out here, everything good. I mean, it's been 3 years or something since we were active here. You're full of bitumen. You're full of oil. We haven't tested this theory out yet. We could put that in the to-do list, maybe. Actually, after all, we do have a bit of oil there that we pumped directly from underneath the border, which is, if nothing else, you know, such good fun that we must make use of it. And here, you don't have any ambulances to cause issues, and you're just on the right balance with the patients and doctors, which is excellent. But this isn't full. This, I mean, we should be having a place like this, which is an awful place to live. How are you doing? Terrible. 178 workers without job. Really now? Have you tried going to the bus platform? I don't suppose you have. Or at least not to the right one. You probably went to this one, and that's for different purposes. Yes, anyway, they're not doing perfect, but they're doing well enough. We don't have any stuck ambulances here. What this town probably could do with, since we don't see any parked ambulances in there, is yet another hospital. Yes. Safe distance from the town, whilst still being walkable for at least for some staff to get in there. What do you think about it? Yes, we were going to do an overview tour of the land, and we got about as far as here, to the first town on the list. Yes, but you know, these things are usually like somewhere between 3 and 8 hours, so I think that we have some time. Yes, but then it already went by like, I think that was 4 and a bit hours, the intro there. It's a few years. This won't be enough space to get the hospital in, I'm afraid. Yeah, a hospital. It will be enough space to get the hospital in, maybe. Somehow. Then the matter becomes, could we? And this might be one of those that, yes, indeed, it's one of those. Where it will be bent against its will into doing it. Yeah. And now we're taking our time here, building fancy streets, of course. At nice angles and everything. And for the walking population here, building in the way. It's really that tight here that they can walk on the street. It has a sidewalk or pavement. But then pavement is also something that you put on a road. Yeah, these variations, you know, with the Anglicisms and the Americanisms, it can drive one confused. It's not that bad though. Okay, and other than say of being, you know, it's doing all right. But I think the problem is that we're not fetching enough of the unhealthy children and getting them to hospital, and thereby letting them grow up. So we have, in all likelihood here, quite a high children mortality rate. That's usually what it means, what it's down to when your town isn't growing, when you're playing on hard citizen reaction. And we can see here the nuclear waste processing thing. It doesn't really have any nuclear waste to process, does it? That's the nuclear fuel fabrication. That's got plenty of work to do. This is the reprocessing plant. It's missing nuclear waste. Yes, has the radiation levels gone down a bit? Yes, they have gone down to nothing. Good. Then we can feel quite safe about starting this back up again. Maybe. Okay, you're supposed to... Where are you? Oh! This is something that we would have gotten to eventually, but we apparently get to it now. Yes, this is a little bit of a problem. Wonder how long this has been going on. probably a little while. Do I have the thing on? Yes. Okay, we're just going to hit this for safety. There was an autosave very recently, I think, but still. Now we can try with you. That might have been enough, and you seem a bit... No, that got you going too. One vehicle was enough to reset on Christmas Day. They got going again. Because something like this, yes, you're transporting crops. The crops, yes, that's something that we're going to look into as well and see what's with the crops and how much the storage we have, because I have absolutely no idea. I know that we had a very good buffer, but we're not getting to it right now. Yes, analyzing 2-3 years of whatever has been going on is kind of what we're doing. Yes, so are we done with Sayov? Yeah, that was that truck. It's probably caused, a little bit of a twin reactor nuclear power there. How much you have? Plenty of waste. Go there instead and pick that up. Yes, that tells you something about how long this traffic jam has been going on for. Probably quite a few years, actually. If I'm not thinking about it wrongly here. But that should get us some nuclear waste there eventually. And the radiation has died down, so it's good. This is running at full tilt, of course, as is the custom here. You cannot store or export electronics. Right, I did something here with the television train. Yes, you're loading from here. Now you should actually be unloading here. It's just that we should limit the amount. You don't have any electronics left, no, but off 1,000 tons, that's a bit much. 27 tons, that's much more reasonable. Unload. S. That ought to allow you to get going eventually again, and you probably cannot store or export electrical components. No, of course not. Right, get that back off and get in a little bit closer and see what's going on. All of this is doing great. Nuclear fuel fabrication is doing great. Electronics is doing great. So there is nothing, major as far as we're aware. And the only thing that we really have to go by is the demographics. Yes, and before we continue, in order to try and speed up the construction of this here tunnel, as Molnar Rail Construction Office, you're not doing a good job of this, So we're going to switch it back to this one. Like so. Well, you're full of workers, at least right now. And there are hundreds of people walking about here. who should be ready to jump at any chance of working at the railroad. I suppose that's the quickest we can get it then. That will be many years from now. Yes, it will. The distribution office. They have not started on it yet, but they are about to. Very good. Paving more road out here. Yes, we're only to... What, are you kidding me? Just there, okay. Oh, here we have the old markers for the radiation zone. They should be left intact. I think that you'll find that you will have to go that way out. I'll figure it out. Yes, back to business and to the thing at hand. Here we are at a tour. We're having an ocular inspection of the realm is what we're having, and seeing if everything looks all right to the naked eye. Here's a hospital, always interesting to check out. It seems to be doing quite alright. It even has a few ambulances not in use. It is actually doing fantastic. We could cut down a little bit on the staffing here actually. I think it was increased due to recurring famines here. And then a hospital can help you keep a few citizens for a little while longer. I wonder if the streets of Hansasina will ever see an upgrade. It's just too much fiddly stuff going on here, and it's impossible to do. You have to do them one at a time if you want to do it with any sort of reliability. Yeah, and that's not really something that sounds appealing, you know, that much. No. Car deal, what are you saying about things? No cars to sell, but you... Where do the cars go when the person dies or something? I would suppose it would remain in the parking lot and someone else would take ownership. Here's another one. Ambulances are at the ready. No chaos going on. Very good. And here I actually think that we have enough diggers now. Yeah, I think we do. Yes, and this I did this a few times in the thing too, you know, with a few different types of vehicles. We can go. This one is leads to a better route, most likely, depending on where we want to put these excavators. You'd want them as close to a proper vehicles depot as possible, because then, if you would like to, you know, you could use a flatbed to transport them around, but that's not going to happen anyway. So let's put them in somewhere up here. So we're running out of space for these things. Let's put them here. Now this I think went a bit wrong. Yes, there you're supposed to load. Right, and here you're supposed to unload. And then you're not supposed to do any of this business. Right, there is nothing there, but it will suck them in through here. Yes. Oh, and one more thing. Because we want you to fill up this place. And when you're done, you wait until you're loaded, and then we sort of start selling or or driving what's left of this production run to the harbor. Yep. That's the way we do it. To not get too crazy with the vehicles here and everything. Yep. It might also be the case that you're suffering a little bit of voltage drops every now and then. Really though. You get your electricity from there, I would suppose, or do you have... You wouldn't happen to have multiple sources, would you? No. You get it from there. And so does this one. What's the maximum? Okay, you could use one of these each. I think you actually have a direct... No, you did not have a dedicated line from the power plant. In fact, you're coming from... This doesn't make sense. This is not the right wire. What the hell? More time then. Yes. Yes, okay, please explain to me then. Okay, it has gone down now. I was getting confused because this was more earlier. Maybe we had more people in there or something. Yeah, probably. Yes, and at the nuclear power plant it is looking quite good, and if anything we are starting to run out of space for nuclear actually. Don't know what to do with it all. Here is a truck going around, not knowing what to do with it. They get rid of one every now and then, as they use them up here, but they have, they have a bit in stock as well. Yes. And I do not want to open this up to find out how much we have, because the grain thing I'm a bit excited about, So, here we, it's been cleaned up. That's what it has been. We now have plenty of space to put vehicles. And if we're going to do it this way, with train, then we're going to get a bit inflexible in what we can do, can and can't do. Yeah, that's for a later date to ponder. For now, you just played Workers' March. We'll have it again. Right. And in here there are actually every now and then an incident with trains, and I think it's I'm not sure I can do anything about it, because it's something to do with path signals and stuff like that, that makes the train think it's allowed to go inside there when in fact it is not. Right, that was that thing. No, let's save that until we're down at the rail depots. Yes. I suppose we're taking this route up to Culture Capital. I can see the lights from the statue, the palace of Soviets over there. How are things looking here in the harbor? The ship is in. It is empty. That's good, I think. How much fuel is in the system? It is pretty much full. Yes, we could maybe do... don't do that. Screw that, but go here, why don't you? And fill yourself up. Other than that, no, I don't see any, catastrophic traffic jams or such things here. It seems to be going all right. How are they doing on this? It's only like a couple of months left, as we're still going to miss it though when it's finished. I really wish that you would get a release button or something, because it's a really nice effect. But it takes 15 years to build this ship, and that thing happens in 5 seconds. So to catch it, you have to be vigilant and or lucky and or persistent and or many other things. Yeah, out here everything is looking great. We have ships, we have steel. How's the matter with you and your situation? We could send you to get some mechanical components. Not that we need to, but we could. And here, that's the food train, I think. You still have 157 tons left after having been to unload at Culture Capital. That's a really good sign. The smoke is really, really thick and heavy from the heating plant here, which is also a good sign, as it's working at more or less maximum capacity. You wouldn't happen to have built a... how many people are standing around here? About 300 in total are standing around here in wait for a shift to open up, either at a heating plant or a very disused asphalt or concrete plant. Yes. Meanwhile, they are walking around on gravel roads here to the disused concrete and gravel plants and such. Yeah, I think it could be due for a little bit of an upgrade here. And this too. What's this? Mud road and crap. Well, at least here we should have a gravel road. And hopefully you can get to it from both ends here. Yes, you can. That shouldn't cause a problem. Right. Let's have a look. In January, yeah, we're down to 67,500. It's normal. As long as these are reasonable numbers. Well, reasonable. They are normal numbers. Is what we usually get. Yes. That's different. Do you have a place like you? Do you have? Yes, you have adults living with parents. Not even the hospital at Culture Capital has managed to cause a severe traffic jam here. Fantastic. Okay, this place, there shouldn't be anything problematic with it, but then again, there are snow plows and other traffic, so you never know. And yacht save, I presume. This, how's this doing? A little bit of oil. Okay. Yeah, this is all going good. Let's have a check up on the television while we're here. 88%. That's about anything above 85. I'm satisfied. And if we get over 90, I'm really satisfied. And if we hit 95, then we're celebrating, and it's really good. Obviously, here there are a lack of technical services too. Well, it's a good thing you plowed the old gravel road, or plowing it at 11 kilometers per hour. Yes, that was a mistake. Oh. Yes, we gasp, bask in the glory of the TU 144, I believe. Is it not? Is it? Yes. I wonder if this is just a dummy that we built, or if we actually managed to get our hands on a real one, you know, that had been in service and maybe stripped off engines and things, and then so we actually have the real fuselage that has been flying and so on. I think it is a real fuselage that has been flying, and real wings that has been flying too. That we managed to get our hands on somehow to put up here on that thing. Are these power lines still connected? Yes, they are. Fantastic. We could go inland, or we could continue down here. I think that we continue down here for now. Down here is the town of Katzinchad. And problem, yeah, wouldn't you know it? A hospital has managed to ruin things here quite a bit. Will that allow you to go in, or do I have to reset you too? No, that should be enough. That explains why the roads are so snowed in here, and also most likely we have quite a high infant or child mortality rate here. It's the way it works is, you see, children cannot make their own way to hospital. They have to be fetched by ambulance, or they die if they get sick. And plenty do. A lot do, actually. On hard citizen reaction, I don't think it doesn't matter that much on normal. But if we wanted to put a hospital in here, that was, you know, a bit more. Haven't I already done that? Maybe that was supposed to be the hospital that... Yes, it was, because this is the other one. Although that one is doing fine for some reason. Yes, it has different ambulances. If that is it, I don't know. It also has a gravel road leading up to it. Grasping at straws is what we call this, I think. But that's, yeah, we resolved that bit. So, you know, the Perpetual Soviet simulator, it remains but a dream. Regrettably. I don't think it will ever come into complete fruition, but what we did have there was quite some time anyway to have it run, and maybe we should do... I should try and do like a real extended run overnight at high speed. Yes, and see, then it will definitely go to hell. What we'll have to do then, most likely, is that we will not be able to continue with the cards that have been dealt. You know, I would set the autosave interval to something that would allow the entire night's proceedings to be able to be possible to recall at some point. Yes, it's a bit of an interesting experiment, maybe. Was anything wrong here? I know here it quite often happens that they do get stuck. There is one stuck. Doesn't really seem to be a problem though. Eventually that truck there will move and then he'll get unstuck. It's if his friends decide to pile on here that we might get a little bit of a problem. Cutscene chat, how are you doing population-wise? Ordom Saliga, I mean. 3,500. Yeah, you were down to 1,000 a couple of years ago, and you even have 2 adults living with parents now. Didn't move a single person in here. No. They take care of themselves down here. They are something for many other cities to aspire to. Towns. It is also the smallest town, the one that has the most old-timey village houses in relation to the population and so on. That's probably why they are quite, you know, can get through most things, and also as they have died off so many times due to mishaps. Where are all your snow plows, and why aren't they out plowing roads here? Because it just snowed. Yeah, that's why. And it's snowing again. And if we have a look at the pumps here, they're pumping. Good. All of them, yep. And this oil field over here, that's pumping too. Great. Fire station, you have firefighters. Yeah, not that many, but you do have a few. And the bus is just arriving. Alvaret, there's plenty of people waiting there, so you should be fine. I would think. I think we continue the outer lap here. Down here, I mean, we must be full on fuel pretty soon. No? We do. Actually, we have like none. Really, is that so? No, this is the fuel thing. Yeah, okay, we have 8,300 tons. But I was thinking that we'd have more. And we have a lot of oil. It wouldn't happen to be some sort of problem with the commuting line here. I don't know. We shall continue our travels here and investigate maybe. I mean, if we look at the chemical plant, it seems to be doing so decently, but not great. Yeah, and you know, I really don't see that many buses coming in here. They might be doing silly things. Yeah, or we're catching them at a bad time. We're actually full on chemicals there and full there too. Yeah, we don't need any more. It's all good, but we have so much oil. We should get more people into the oil refinery, or at least there's the potential to get more stuff done if we were to. Now, if we look for unplowed roads, that's a certain sign of there being problems and traffic jams, but no. It appears to be doing all right. You are still working, but for how long? I mean, this is probably full pretty soon. Yeah, it's all right though. Yeah, it's completely all right. How many are you here now in Chemisterna? 9,685. 80 adult children. That's decent numbers. As in considering what we put you through nowadays by commuting you all the way out to a place that is actually yet to be... No, Balkan. It's called. What the hell was that? Colleague, was that you? I sincerely hope it was. Otherwise, there was a sound which could not be explained. It's a good thing when you have pets, you know. You can always blame unexplainable sounds on them, even if it would appear as though she is sleeping. But yes, we'll go with the colleague as actually. No, it's still happening here. Something. What's going on? I don't know what that was. I should try and focus. Where are we? Yes, we're here. We have all sorts of roads that were meant to make it faster, easier, quicker to get from one side of here all the way out. And when I say all the way, I mean quite ways. But the people who have built this is the people of Chemisterna, you know, through heavy commuting, long distance commuting. No, this doesn't look right. You're not at the right place. But although it holds true for this as well. We originally had that route there, but now we have a tunnel here, which really greatly should decrease, or is greatly decreasing the amount of time it takes to travel here. Okay, now the sound does not seem to be coming back now then. So go back to regular service. Yes, everything else is done. Yeah, that distribution office is still not done. That seems slow. Plowing mud roads, very good. This is also not done. Oh, this is too far away to get workers to, you know. It might look good to have all this stuff here, but you still need to get workers here, and not going to happen in winter. Okay, so that's a lap we've done from here, gone like that, and only had a brief. There is plenty of stuff, pretty much, you know, the heartland we've ignored so far. But I think that we shall continue to ignore that for a while. Yes, we should. And we'll get something like this going again. And be right back.